Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Stacey Gausling, PHA Board of Trustees member and PHA Conference Awards Committee co-chair.
My name is Stacey Gausling, and I am a PHA Board of Trustees member and PHA Conference Awards Committee co-chair. I have been living with PH for 12 years. Tonight is a special evening honoring outstanding members from all facets of the PHA community. After the awards, we will enjoy the much-anticipated 2018 Conference Highlights video. We have an exciting night ahead of you, so please go ahead and start eating your salads. Tonight, we honor the impact and efforts of a select few in the PH community. But I want to take a moment to thank each and every person who has traveled far and wide to learn, laugh, and celebrate here at Conference. Let's all take a moment to thank tonight's sponsor, Gilead Sciences, and to welcome Jeff Peters, Director, PAH Marketing.
Well, thank you, Stacey, and good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be with you here tonight at the 2018 International PH Conference. For over 25 years, the PHA has been dedicated to improving the lives of those affected by pulmonary hypertension. And for over a decade, Gilead Sciences has been a proud supporter of PHA's mission and a proud sponsor of the PHA and the International Conference. Tonight marks a very special occasion where we recognize the outstanding work of the PH community members. On behalf of Gilead Sciences and all of my colleagues here tonight, I'd like to congratulate in advance all of tonight's award recipients. I'd also like to thank everyone here tonight for making this community what it is today and ultimately what it will continue to be in the future. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can help realize PHA's vision of a world without pulmonary hypertension, empowered by hope. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
PHA would not be able to achieve its work without the dedication and excellence of the entire PH community. Each of the individuals awarded tonight have exemplified dedication and service to the PH community and PHA by raising awareness so that the voice and face of the PH community is heard, participating in advocacy efforts, fundraising to support PHA's mission, promoting quality patient care, and advancing PH research. Earlier this year, we solicited nominations from patients, family, friends, and medical professionals for these awards. I want to take a moment to thank the awards committee. We had the honor of reading all of the nominations and were overwhelmed by the amount of good work happening across our community. And while we honor 10 special people tonight, we want to take a moment to honor the contributions all of you are helping change all of our lives for the better. Very few of PHA's accomplishments would be possible if it weren't for your hard work and dedication. Give yourself a round of applause.
The Julie Patton Hendry Memorial Scholarship Award was established by PHA founders Pat and Jerry Patton. Their daughter Julie was the first non-patient PHA volunteer. This scholarship award helps a non-patient volunteer attend conference and is granted to 2 people who are extended family members or friends of the PH community who helps to further PHA's mission.
The 2 winners of this year's scholarships are Jill Rodriguez-Landon and Lisa Wheeler. Jill was misdiagnosed with pulmonary hypertension in 2014. She was later correctly diagnosed with COPD. When she was diagnosed with PH, Jill joined support groups in Puerto Rico and learned PH was not covered by Puerto Rico's government health plan. Working with Dr. Hector Stella and other patients, Jill facilitated the process to make covering PH the law in Puerto Rico. Jill works to raise awareness of PH and fight for the rights of patients with PH in Puerto Rico. Lisa has worked in the field of PH research for over 23 years. She began her journey in the summer of 1994 as a study coordinator for the NIH grant searching for the gene causing PH. In partnership with PHA and under the leadership of Dr. James Lloyd, her job was to do outreach to families affected by PH. At the time, educational materials for patients were nearly non-existent, so Lisa referred patients to PHA. Since entering the PH community, Lisa has attended every PHA conference. Please join me in congratulating this year's Julie Hendry Memorial Scholarship Award recipients, Jill Rodriguez-Landon and Lisa Wheeler. For our next award, I would like to invite Reno Aldrighetti to the stage. Reno. Reno was the first president and CEO of PHA and served for 17 years. This next award was named in honor of him.
The Reno Aldragetti Leadership Award recognizes an individual who has demonstrated exceptional leadership in advancing PHA's vision of a world without PH, empowered by hope. This award was created by the community, and a contribution will be made in the awardee's honor to assist in furthering their work with the PH community.
The recipient of the Reno Aldrighetti Leadership Award is the founding physician member of Heart Camp at Echo Hill Outdoor School on Maryland's Eastern Shore. Heart Camp is a week-long overnight summer camp for children who have PH, have had a lung transplant, or have had a heart transplant. This year's winner has recently retired from his position as clinical professor of pediatrics at the University of Pennsylvania School of Medicine and director of the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia Cardiac Center's Pulmonary Hypertension Program. He has a camper at heart spirit and willingness to let kids push their boundaries and try new things. Since 2007, the camp has provided a special life-changing week to more than 100 children with PH. Dr. Brian Hanna is unable to join us tonight, but Stephen Walker, a colleague volunteer medical staff at Echo Hill Outdoor School Heart Camp, will be receiving the award on his behalf. Please join me in congratulating the Reno Aldrighetti Leadership Award recipient, Dr. Brian Hanna.
The Outstanding Physician Award recognizes a physician who has been a leader in promoting excellent clinical care, research, education, or advocacy on behalf of PH patients and service to PHA.
This year's Outstanding Physician Awardee graduated from the University of Colorado School of Medicine and completed his residency at University of Texas Southwestern Medical School in Dallas. Our awardee developed an interest in pulmonary vascular disease in his residency, and knew Colorado was the place to really increase his understanding and ability to impact this disease. In addition to serving as a member of PHA's Scientific Leadership Council and chair of the research committee, he is associate professor of medicine and medical director of the Anschutz Intensive Care Center at the University of Colorado in Denver. Unfortunately, Todd is unable to join us tonight due to a family emergency, but Dr. David Badesh, a colleague, will be receiving the award on his behalf. Join me in recognizing PHA's outstanding physician, Dr. Todd Bull.
The Outstanding Allied Health Professional Award recognizes an allied health professional who has been a leader in providing excellent and compassionate care to PH patients, raising awareness, participation in advocacy efforts, fundraising, and service to PHA.
This year's winner has been a nurse practitioner in the Pulmonary Hypertension Center at the University of Texas Southwestern Medical Center in Dallas for 18 years. She plays a key role in PHA's mission by serving as a member of the Pulmonary Hypertension Professional Network, Executive Board, and chairs the Symposium Planning Committee. Our winner is known nationally and internally as an expert on the subject of pulmonary hypertension. Congratulations to Martha Kingman. Unfortunately, Martha is unable to attend tonight and received her award at the PHPN reception. But please join me in thanking her for all she has done to make a positive impact on the lives of PH patients.
The Outstanding Young PH Citizen Award recognizes a PH patient less than 30 years of age who exemplifies dedication to the PH community through any combination of the following: raising awareness, participation in advocacy efforts, fundraising, service to PHA, and helping to provide the public with a better understanding of the disease by becoming an advocate for the PH community.
Our outstanding young PH citizen is one super energetic and very caring 7-year-old with pulmonary hypertension. You already saw her on the stage for Journey Lunch. She was diagnosed with PH in 2014 and has been on triple therapy since diagnosis. Over the years, our amazing young awardee has seen many of her friends go through so much, and she wants to give back. For her birthday and Christmas this past year, she only asked for money so she could buy presents for children in the hospital instead of getting gifts herself. Our winner enjoys giving back so much that she wants to start a nonprofit someday to help PH kids buy dry suits so that they can swim, and to send happy packages to her friend in the hospital. Brad, she may be after your job in a few years. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for Riley Weigel, our inspirational, outstanding young PH citizen.
The Outstanding PH Citizen Award recognizes a PH patient who exemplifies dedication and service to the PH community and PHA through any combination of the following: raising awareness, participation in advocacy efforts, fundraising, and helping to provide the public with a better understanding of the disease by becoming an advocate for the PH community.
Our Outstanding PH Citizen Award goes to a fifth-generation, 6-year survivor of hereditary PAH. After her diagnosis in 2012, she created a Facebook support group helping patients and caregivers impacted by this disease. When the copay assistance crisis began, our awardee took action by compiling lists of nonprofit organizations and drug manufacturers to help the community find new ways to pay for their medications. Her nominator writes, "I have seen her deal with the most difficult situations with much love and caring for her fellow PH fighters. If she doesn't have the information, she researches and provides it to those who need it." Unfortunately, Jan is not able to join us tonight, and Merle Reisman will be accepting the award on her behalf. Please join me in congratulating the outstanding PH citizen, Jan Janis.
The Outstanding Caregiver Award recognizes a non-patient caregiver whose efforts are focused on the needs of a loved one with PH and who does what it takes to ensure the patient has the best quality of life possible.
This year's award goes to a mom who epitomizes the term caregiver since her daughter was diagnosed with PH in 2010. As caregiver, she takes care of the administrative aspects of her daughter's care in addition to being a mom. She has a weekly Facebook Live session that she uses to teach others about PH. She mentors other support group leaders and has taught other caregivers how to maintain a medical binder. Please join me in celebrating Jane Northrup, Outstanding Caregiver and Mom.
The PHA Support Group Leader Award recognizes a PHA support group leader who provides a welcoming environment for patients, families and friends of PH patients, champions and serves PHA by leading local efforts to raise awareness, leads and participates in advocacy efforts, and acts as a PH ambassador to the general public.
Almost 9 years ago, this year's outstanding PHA support group leader heard the words, "You have pulmonary hypertension." 10 months later, she found out that she had cancer also, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. After learning how to survive her diagnoses, she learned to accept them and finally to live her life with them. But she didn't stop there. She runs a local support group and volunteers for monthly patient support calls. She works hard in many capacities for PH patients and PHA. All the while, she battles PH and cancer and rarely misses a meeting or event. It has been said of our winner that she is a perfect example of what a support group leader should be. Always positive, always willing to help, and participate with PH events and activities. No matter what she's going through health-wise, she is always there for others. Please join me in congratulating our outstanding support group leader, Carol Bolin. like to welcome Dr. Wes McConnell from Kentuckiana Pulmonary Associates to the stage.
The PHA Philanthropy Award recognizes the increasingly important role that philanthropy plays in supporting the mission of PHA. The PHA Philanthropy Award recognizes a donor who demonstrates outstanding charitable commitment and whose generosity encourages others to raise philanthropic support for PHA.
Good evening. It's so great to see all these wonderful people here for all of a good cause. I'm honored to introduce a friend and a patient. I took care of Jim's wife, Marlene, from 2011 until her death in 2016. I have to say, Marlene, I love you. She was the most wonderful person you would ever want to see and brightened my day. And we know in clinic it gets kind of rough for everybody, patients and workers. So I have to say, it is an honor to be able to introduce Jim. He has worked very hard as far as doing a good thing in the memory of Marlene, and he came to me and said, I want to give back to the PH community because of the benefits of the Pulmonary Hypertension Association, the things that we derive from them, good education and support groups, and I think it's an unbelievably wonderful thing he's done. So he's giving back to PHA. He's the top priority for him, and he's made a bequest in the honor of Marlene for the largest single individual donation PHA has ever had, $2.5 million. For his extraordinary commitment to PHA with his bequest of $2.5 million, please join me in congratulating Jim Ryan for being awarded the PHA Philanthropy Award.
First, I want to say thank you all for inviting me to this convention. It's been a wonderful experience. After Marlene died and Dr. McConnell treated her for almost 6 years with the disease, as he said, I said, I don't have any kids. I want to do something more for the next generation. And we made a decision, we formed a trust. And there are 6 charities that share in those equally. 5 of them are medical and the other is hospice. We went through a very involved process of picking those charities and proving them. The first one we approved, though, was a labor of love, and that was the Pulmonary Hypertension Association. With the recommendation from Dr. McConnell, I contacted the association, and my first interview was with Brad and the decision was made immediately that number one on their list would be the PH. Shortly after Marlene died, I was then diagnosed with PH, and I can never forget asking Dr. McConnell, do I have the same thing Marlene has? He says, no, it's not as bad. So my idea now is what I can do to help the association. I'm willing to do any way that I can. The money's only a part of it. I want to help raise money and do anything I can to help the association. God bless you all. Thank you.
Helping the PH community find your hope by giving you expert information about PH, compassionate support in person, online, or on the phone, and through this conference, bringing together the global PH community. Let's continue this great experience, enjoy a new conference event, our topic-specific dessert mixers. Enjoy your dessert with other conference attendees who share an interest in the topics listed up on the screen right now. See you at the mixers and tomorrow at our inspiring closing brunch, and have a great night.